In last horizon of astrology, I am your estimate, and in Bhav Sindhu series, we are with Astromaster U K Jha. Astromaster, karma and rebirth principle, as you told earlier, you have nicely elaborated the principle used for formulation of previous yoga. You have also thrown a beam of light on the importance of Lagna, and in between you have also dropped hints about the reason of reincarnation, the role of karmas in the process of returning of the soul from heaven for the purpose of embodiment for living interstitial life. That appears to be quite amazing, and it could be a great kindness if you throw some more light on the process, because it looks to be more interesting before you proceed with the next aphorism related to the same here. Karma and rebirth. Astromaster.
Actually, Lagna represents the sign that is rising on the horizon at that time of the birth. That means it represents the exact, exact time on which that very special phenomena called birth occurred. In other words, it is the present. That means everything of the native is presented in the first house. That's why the birth, which is the first in the process of entering into this world, is included in the signification of the first house, that is Lagna or ascendant. Now, your question is about the reincarnation or rebirth. See, entire philosophy of Vedic astrology is posted upon two major pillars. The first is that soul takes rebirth, and second is one has to reap the fruits of his actions. These are the two main posts on which the huge structure of Vedic astrology is erected. This huge structure stands on these two main pillars only. Anywhere, anybody, in any religion, where the concept of rebirth is not found, cannot claim to be the originator of this science called astrology. Now, rebirth has become a questionable thing in present parlance, because there are the people who try to show their smartness by putting a question as to how it be proved that rebirth really occurs. True, it is hard to be proven. But what I mean to say, that many things we can understand by reasoning, by logic, and with the help of wisdom. These were the main tools for the Vedic sages for perceiving the world phenomena and coming to some very, very accurate conclusions. Now I can only try to explain how we can understand the philosophy of rebirth, the theory of rebirth. Suppose you have 2 pens in your pocket presently. I want 3 pens in your pocket. So what you will do? You will bring one more pen and place in your pocket. That's how it will become 3 pens in your pocket. In other words, 1 pen has been added in your pocket. Earlier it was 2, now 1 pen has been added, so it is 3. But as soon as the 1 pen has been added in your pocket, that 1 pen has been subtracted from somewhere else, because that pen has been taken from there. So there is a minus and here is a plus. The moment you take birth, it is an addition in this terrestrial world. That means because of this addition in this material world, something somewhere has been subtracted in the ethereal world about which we have no idea. But the theory cannot be defeated that no addition can take place without subtraction. Since addition has happened, so subtraction must have happened somewhere. But since we don't know where it has taken place, we cannot say that the process has not occurred. So our very addition in this material world is a proof that we have come from somewhere, and who has come? The same being has come who has gone from here and has returned back. Our entire Vedic philosophy is replete with principles and theories related to this concept. So it is not the question of rebirth or not the question of accepting or rejecting it. It is a universal phenomena, and that cannot be denied. Now let us come. You are asking me how karma is related to the process of rebirth. So I would say that birth actually takes for some specific purpose for working out a set of karmic runnels so that the soul can be liberated. In other words, the birth is taken only for attaining final liberation. We all take birth only with this purpose. The basic purpose of taking birth is only the final extinction, to getting liberated from the chain of repeated birth, death and rebirth. To get freed from this vicious chain. Now how that can be done? That is a process. But why we take birth? Because when we die, at that time, the balance sheet of karma, that is, the actions done and the experience gained, are not equal. There are some karmas, fruits of which have not been experienced. So it becomes essential for the soul to come back and experience them. Now you can question, why to come back? It can be experienced even in the ethereal realms. No, that is not possible. Because for experiencing the things, a body is needed. Body is basically an instrument for experiencing the fruits. The soul does not experience it of its own. So this body has been given to us. Unless and until soul doesn't have a cover called body, it cannot, the fruits of those actions cannot be experienced. Because the soul is working through this body. This body is the instrument of working for the soul. That's why soul has to come back in another body, and that we call rebirth. It's a very detailed subject. Okay, we'll keep on talking on it so long we are on the first horse. I think now we can move to next aphorism.